Scientists have found a fossilized skeleton of a Jurassic period fish that died from swallowing a little more than it could handle. Welcome back to Paleopedia, and this fossil, which dates back to between 174 and 182 million years ago, putting it in the early Jurassic, belongs to a species of ray-finned fish called Pachycormus. Pachycormus is considered one of the more basal forms of the actinopterygian group of fish, which are ray-finned fishes like lionfish and piranhas. Measuring around 3.5 feet long, Pachycormus was considered to be more of a generalistic predator, feeding on a wide variety of different foods. This particular specimen seemed to have been feeding mainly on soft-bodied mollusks that are similar to modern-day cuttlefish. The scientists also found a 10 centimeter wide ammonite conch, or shell, lodged in the stomach. Ammonites are an extinct group of marine mollusks that had hard shells and were generally free swimming. They looked a lot like the modern-day nautilus, but were actually more closely related to cephalopods like squids and octopus. This particular ammonite that was found in the stomach of this fossilized Pachycormus was very well preserved. The scientists note that it was exceptionally preserved, indicating that the fish died very quickly after swallowing it. The researchers suggest that the fish misidentified the ammonite and it ended up getting stuck in its mouth. Being unable to expel it from its mouth, the fish ended up swallowing it. Unfortunately for the fish, swallowing the ammonite ended up being its doom. Being too large to pass through the digestive system, the shell likely caused either congestion or internal bleeding, which would have killed the fish within a few hours. Following this fish's unfortunate demise, its body would have sunk to the bottom of the seabed and likely got buried in the tide mud or something like that, and becoming fossilized for us to discover millions upon millions of years later. While this type of fossil isn't necessarily unheard of, there are other fossilized fishes like Zephactinus that have been found that have passed due to swallowing something too big for their bodies to handle. This is the first of its kind for the Pachycormid fish genus. This fossil also suggests that ammonites as a group were potentially preyed upon more widely than it was initially believed. Usually it's believed that only animals with really powerful jaws like plesiosaurs or ichthyosaurs were capable of consuming ammonites, but this fossil suggests that they might have been eaten by a wide range of animals, including bony fishes. Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate incident for this prehistoric fish in particular, but a very unique find for paleontology.